Hello, and welcome back to the Dungeons & Dragons Podcast UK. My name is Yazmin, and I will be the DM.
Hi, my name's Colin, and I play Cuin de Greymont, a Paladin from Gavany.
Hi, I'm Spencer. I play Cadeaux, Chasseur, a Cleric also from Gavany.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I play Ogvar Surefort, a ranger from Kessig.
Hi, my name is Samantha, and I play Elora Greyvale, a sorcerer from Nephalia.
During the battle in episode 39, Elora's efforts were for naught, as her already frayed temper finally flared in frustration. Meanwhile, Esther too had had enough and eventually snapped. Using her rage, she deftly defeated the filthy foe with a skillful and stupendous swish of her sword. In an emergency application of his holy symbol, saw Cadeaux extract himself from a super sticky situation. With the disgusting dogs finally deader than dead, the boys wisely decided to give the women a wide berth until morning. Episode 40. Be stealthy, stay healthy.
Well, I think we should just carry on, personally.
Yes, right, okay.
Okay,
Right, forward.
rations it is for us today.
Crack on.
Yep. So you go for the next 3 hours. You're going to have a... As you're walking, you're noticing that the fog is almost getting thicker as you're walking. It's almost like where you came out of this trapdoor, the fog was quite thin, and the further you've gone from going from the trapdoor to last night to now, it's almost become this kind of more dangerous almost, and the fog seems almost closer and heavier. There's like a cloying weight to it now. And although you've still got the same kind of range of 10 to 15 foot of vision, it's almost like it's pressing in from all sides. You get this very oppressive feeling. So would somebody give me a 35% increment, please?
10 to 45.
10 to 45 is good, okay. 13.
Ooh. What's in the slot? It's going well, in. We might actually make it out of the mire.
Okay. So the next 3 hours you're walking. Anybody doing anything in those 3 hours?
Yeah, I'm a bit more awake now. Elora's a bit more awake, so she's going to try and push on and just say, "Come on, guys, let's trudge on. Let's get out of here. I've had enough of this."
How's Esther looking?
When you look at Esther, she's actually looking fairly put together now. She's looking very high. She's looking on high alert. You can see she's constantly swiveling her head from left to right, scouting as far as she can in the fog, from where she is kind of at the back with Elora. She's not talking much. She's very quiet, but you can tell that she's more aware, and she seems to be in a better mood than she was yesterday and last night.
Oh, brilliant.
I'm gonna munch some rations as I walk, some lunchtime rations.
Yeah, because it's about 1 o'clock by the end of this 3 hours.
Yeah, I'll fall in line with that then.
Yeah, I'll have half a day's rations.
I'll tell you what, I'm not enjoying how heavy my rucksack is.
Yeah, but keep having half a day's ration 3 times a day. When you're around, come out looking like porkers.
I need all the strength I can get.
Okay. Would you like to have another attempt at training your raven?
I certainly can.
Yeah?
Yeah, another handle animal
Yeah,
check.
make me a handle animal. 7.
7.
No,
It's not good.
he's kind of lost interest at the moment. He's more interested in flying around, picking up a stick, flying around with the stick, and then dropping the stick and finding a different stick at the moment.
Oh, nice.
He's kind of amusing himself, you could say.
Okay, he's not particularly being obedient today then.
No, you can see he's kind of grubbing around in the dirt in some places, and
Oh, Murdoch, get out of there. It's all of your fellas. You're doing so well yesterday, and seem to have taken a step back.
He's hopping around on the spot in front of you at the moment, kind of flapping his wings in that like little half flap. Okay, so another 3 hours pass as you walk. You've had a very quiet day at the moment. Somebody pick me a 20% increment.
She really wants something to happen.
Do you think?
Getting harder and harder.
He's just rolled a 1 and a 2. Someone else pick it.
Come on, give us a window.
50 to 70.
50 to 70, good. Okay,
Oh, well done.
that's what you think.
Oh. I thought that
Okay.
was a happy face because we'd survived. It's a happy face because she's going to get to bash us.
Yep. You'll learn.
As you're walking, you are getting this kind of more oppressive sense of this fog, but you do notice that you're going slightly uphill now. You are going uphill, and you walk maybe 2 hours up a long drag, and as you get to the top, you can see that the fog has cleared, and all you can see is there's a big, almost like a basin, like a bowl. It's about maybe 150 foot across in diameter. It's like a giant bowl, basically.
So like a bit of a crater.
Yeah, almost. You can see it's the same kind of boggy, marshy ground. And you can see that... everyone make me a spot check, actually.
Is it foggy in the bowl?
It's not foggy in the bowl. You can see it's the fog on the opposite edges and the surrounding edges. But this bowl is completely clear.
18 from me.
18?
Oh, 18 from me as well.
That's a 10 all in from Elora.
Okay,
22.
Get in.
10, 22, okay. That's not a natural 20, is it?
No.
Okay, so give...
You'd have heard him shouting that from the crater top. Natural 20.
You're just behind us so you can't see properly.
Okay. Anyone who had over a 14, yeah, you can see that towards maybe the centre of this bowl, it's all marshy lands. You can't really see much in the way of creatures, but you can see anyone who's got over 14. You can see that kind of in the centre of the hole, the bowl, there is what appears to be a creature of some kind.
What sort of habitat is it? I can't see
Well, this
it
is
anyway.
a swamp.
Oh, it's just...
I assume it's dried out a bit if we've gone uphill.
Yeah, the ground's a little firmer. It is quite firm ground here, but you can see that going into the bowl it is quite wet.
It's going to get wet again, yeah.
But it looks like it's mostly surface water from what you can see.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon we should just try and skirt round the side of it, or what? You know,
Well, what do you think it is?
I can't see from here.
Well, I can't see anything. What is it? What are we looking at?
Some kind of creature.
That thing there, that thing in the middle.
Can anybody see what?
Oh.
Can anybody tell what it is?
Anyone
Esther,
tell
can
what
you
it
tell
is?
what that is?
Can you tell what it is? I've been dying to get that line in.
No, I'm afraid my eyesight isn't as good as it was. I can see that it's certainly something. She's got her kind of like her hand over her eyes and she's peering down.
How large do we think it is? Can we get a feel for size?
It's quite large, yeah. In fact, it's quite very large.
Okay. Do you think it's seen us? Does it?
Which
Does
I
it
hope
like
not
it?
just yet.
Like I said, you know, I mean, A, we could either go, right there, straight line, let's attack it, or B, just try and skirt round the outside.
So what is it? About 75 feet away? Something like that?
Yes, you know, it's a good old distance, you know.
Well,
Skirting round might be a
Which
good plan.
direction do we need to go in to stay on our line? What's our correct line up there, Cuin?
What?
Knowledge nature. Sorry, survival check, not knowledge nature.
Does he get a bonus for having a compass in his hand?
Is he using the compass?
I taught him to use the compass.
Yes.
Okay, so that's +2.
So that's 13.
13. You can say with the 13 that to get to where you need to be, you're going to have to go in a straight line through the bowl.
It looks like we're. Yes, it might put us another day or two if we try to skirt it. So.
Well, it's only 150 feet
Yeah,
across.
it's only going to be an extra hour's walk.
Yeah, but it's you know, it's up to you. You know.
What does it look like? Can we see it? Is it tooty or clawy or?
It looks like a very large brown object. If you didn't have such a good eyesight and so used to tracking things, you'd have probably thought it was a rock.
So is it friend or foe? I still can't see it very well. My
Big-
eyes are a
big
bit
girl.
blurry. I had a bad night.
Not as bad as some of us.
The question is, do we want to poke the bear or not, I suppose?
Well, maybe we should just stay out of trouble and just leave it alone, go round it and just try and move a bit quietly, a bit more stealthily, you know? Is there any vegetation round here?
It's fairly barren and open.
So no
you can see.
cover.
You can see round where you're looking. You're stood on the edge of this bowl. This entire bowl is free of fog. All the way around the edges of the rest of the bowl is the same thick fog.
Oh, so we would have cover if we stayed in the... Ah.
Why is there no fog round the creature
I don't know.
when there's fog everywhere else?
Well, okay, so Elora's noticed this. Can I make an Arcana check on this fog? Because there's
Yeah,
already been
sure.
something flagged on it.
Yeah.
And now there's no fog in the bowl whatsoever, so that's a bit odd.
Yeah, sure. Roll
Right.
Arcana.
Um,
You can see that although there's no fog settling, it's almost like it's pouring over the edges but dissipating away.
That's a 10 all in.
Yeah. 10 all in, you do get the feel that there is something definitely magical about this fog. This fog does have a certain quality. But what that quality is, you could not say.
Well, okay, there's fog up here, but there's none down there in that dip. And there is... Well, Esther did say that she thought there was something strange with this fog, and I hadn't really thought about it before that very much, but there is something quite... It's a bit shimmery, there's something a bit funny about it, and I just get the feeling that there's something slightly magical about this, but I'm not quite sure what it is.
Right.
Well, yes, you would assume the fog would sit low and seem to be.
Well, no, exactly. You would expect it to hang in the wet areas, and if it's drier up here and it's wetter down there by the looks of it, you would expect it to be hanging over the water more. So there's something a bit off with that, which tells me that something's not quite right.
I think my vote is skirting round if we can, while keeping an eye on whatever that is down there, because we can always pick up the track on the other side of the basin.
Yeah,
And then we can lose it in the fog.
yeah. No, I think it's probably a good idea to just skirt round near to the edge of the fog, if you know what I mean, so we can actually use it as partial concealment, maybe.
Okay. Well, I'll use the compass and the stick just to walk forward. If someone can just keep an eye on the thingy-majig in the old...
Well, Esther and I are up back.
Swamp.
And we'll do our best to... Everybody else can kind of look out, can't they?
Ogvar's got the eyesight of a god, we'll be alright.
Yeah, obviously
I'd
it's just
like to
covered.
keep an eye on it.
Right, let's press on then.
Okay. So you're starting to walk around the edge of the bowl. Which way are you going? Left or right? So up towards the north or down towards the south?
Towards the north.
Towards the north, okay. So you start walking around the edge of this bowl. Make me a couple of spot checks. People who are looking at the bowl.
Yep, that'll be I.
I feel like there should be some Cocoa Puffs in there or something.
That is 20.
I'll have a
Not natural.
I've got a nat 20.
Nat
Plus
20, okay. So between the two of you, I mean everyone else is keeping some kind of general awareness, but as you're kind of passing almost like the halfway point around the edge of this bowl, you spot something which makes you go, ooh, glad I didn't do that. As this lump moves, and you see 5 heads rise up.
Oh! Oh!
I see it. I see it.
Oh my god.
It's like your friend.
Oh my god. No, everyone stop.
What?
Cuin,
Yes?
Cadeaux. You might want to take a look over there, very quietly.
Okay.
Oh, it's got heads.
Yeah, more than one. Not
Lots
good.
of heads.
By Jove, that's a...
Esther, are you getting this?
Yes, that does appear to be a hydra, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I'm not keen on tussling with that, to be fair. I think we need to just get out of here as quickly as possible.
Is it a safe assumption if we step back into the fog so we can't see it? It probably can't see us.
Well, yes, but we do need to stay near the edge of the fog. I want to keep an eye on where that thing is.
Yeah, probably a good idea. I'll best press on.
I think it's a bit difficult. You're clanking, but just we might need to just slow here a bit and just go steady. Try and stay quiet if we can.
Okay. Yes, that's fine. You know, I can't really help the armour.
I know. Has anybody got anything that can throw grease over him? Cannot.
I have some bag butter. Butter him up.
I wouldn't let Orland say that. Orland probably want that for himself, bless him.
Oi, who said my name?
Shh, Orland. I've got some news. Stay quiet.
Right, okay, what's going on?
There's a hydra.
Oh, goody.
I'm just gonna... Shh, very quietly. Shh. Rowan, where are you?
He's already retreated into your
Oh,
pouch at the side. He retreated in the morning.
okay. I'm just gonna tap the side of my bag. Okay, I think we better get on out of here. What do you reckon?
Yes, it's better, you know.
Go for it.
I'll go as quietly as I can.
Okay,
you know.
cool.
Okay, so you're going to try and move quietly.
Oh god. Well, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so everyone make me move silently checks.
This is gonna go bad. Move silently. Alright.
Right.
Go on, you go first.
15 for Ogvar.
That's an 18 for Elora.
Okay, and you need to apply your armour check penalty on that one as well.
Armour check. What's that? Which one? Flat-footed or?
No, so on your armour page where you've got your armour written down, this is for anyone wearing armour. You need to apply the armour check penalty in the box.
Don't have any.
That's 9. I was 16 because I got 7, I think. Yeah, I've
Leather armour has
4.
no penalty.
Oh no! That's 11.
Is that with every armour check penalty
Yeah,
added on?
-4 and a -1.
Okay.
So I did 14 plus 2, 16, minus 5.
11 for me.
Okay, so as you start to travel around the edge of this this bowl,
Well, we're halfway around it, aren't we?
yes, but as you continue
Right.
travelling
Yeah, cool.
around the edge of this bowl, you are now attempting to move as quietly as you possibly can. Esther at the back is like a ninja. If you didn't have eyes on her, you wouldn't know she was there. She's making not a sound. And Ogvar and Elora, with the less armour on, you are moving quite quietly as well. However, it is Cadeaux and Cuin who, as you're walking, and you can clearly see they are attempting to be as quiet as they possibly can. They trip over a slight tump of grass, and there's a clank of armour as they kind of fall forwards. And every time you hear this kind of little clank or tink of armour moving, you almost all kind of go, whoop, freeze, and just like all swivel your heads to look at this hydra. And the hydra, apart from maybe raising its head and kind of look, or its heads and looking around, it doesn't really react much to any kind of noise you make. It doesn't seem to have noticed you. So this hydra is moving around within the bowl. It doesn't seem to have noticed you. It's moving around. It seems to be minding its own business. And it takes you a lot longer because you're now trying to sneak around. But you eventually, where are you going? Are you going all the way around the edge of the bowl to the opposite side?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to try and carry on with our
Path and then get.
general
Yep.
direction.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make it around the edge of the bowl, and by the time you've reached the other side of the bowl, you've probably lost about maybe another hour on top of it. So it's now dropping dark with the time it's taking you to get around. So you've lost a considerable chunk of time sneaking around the edge of the bowl. However, you don't seem to have alerted anything to anything.
I'll take having to do an extra day out if I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
How far away from it do we want to get before we make
Yes.
camp?
I think we should press on a little further
I'm with Ogvar on
in case
that
he
one.
goes
Yeah, I
sleepwalking.
think I know the fog's still quite heavy, and I know it's dark. And if we have to light something, then we have to light something. But if we've got, has anybody got any low lights? If I cast light, it's going to glare. Has anybody got anything low? Have I got a lantern?
I've got a hooded lantern.
Yeah, that might
Probably
do
the
the
best.
job.
I have a lantern, but unfortunately the oil went on the tapestry in Trunel.
I've got some oil. I've got some oil for
I've
your
got oil.
lantern.
I've got oil and I've got a hooded lamp.
I've just got a general lamp.
What have I got? I have got a common lamp. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we all
that
have.
was part of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I upgraded to a
Basic.
hooded one.
Yeah, right. So I think if we've got lamps,
No idea what it does when I'm about to look it up.
I think if we've got lamps,
I
then
mean,
a couple of us can just use a couple of the lamps, maybe.
I think a hooded lamp gives you directional light, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It allows you to shutter the amount of light you want.
That's a bullseye lamp.
The spotlight. Yeah.
Cadeaux, if one of you take a lamp up front, and then Ogvar, do you want to get your lamp out? I'll pass him some oil,
Thank you.
and we're right behind you. So if we just take the two lamps rather than everybody having one, we should be able to roughly see. I mean, we're travelling in a line, aren't we? Pretty much.
Yes. So.
We might be a bit slow, but I think we should just carry on, press on.
Yep. So you are now walking past. You've walked for 8 hours today. So how much longer do you want to walk?
Well, we're all pretty knackered, but I think we need to.
How much distance does a hydro cover at night?
Well, no, probably. What? So your average
Without a lamp, obviously.
your average person walks at 5 kilometres an hour. So if we walk for half an hour, we're going to get a mile and a half away.
Mine is, well, it'd be a mile because it's rough terrain. Isn't it?
Yeah, so we call it a mile.
I think it's dropping dark, so it's going to be about 5 o'clock in the evening, something like that.
Yeah.
So we probably we need to
It's
about half an
about
hour's
4
worth.
o'clock in the night. Just tell me kind of in hours how much longer you want.
Half an hour's worth.
Oh, I'd have
An
gone,
hour.
I'd have
Nah,
gone-
2 hours.
Yeah, I would have gone closer with Cuin on
Really?
that one.
Yes, prefer to have a really good rest and far away.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd totally
If
agree.
you don't
So
mind.
we're going to walk till 6.
I will
Yeah,
go with the majority.
I think so.
Okay, so you want to walk for an extra 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't want to walk.
You think he's
We
wise?
We
feel it sensible.
Okay.
I'd
So
like to fly. I mean,
everybody make me a Constitution saving throw.
What's that
Con.
then? Fortitude.
Oh, are you doing?
Sorry, a
con?
Constitution check, not a saving throw.
so a constitution check.
So yeah, basically
Using
roll
your
around your
ability
modifier.
modifier.
Yes, use your
Right.
ability modifier.
Yeah, good job. That'd be a 9 all in from Elora.
16 for Cuin.
15 all in for me.
19.
Okay.
Well done, the ranger.
So,
With a modifier of 0.
Elora, you take 5 points of damage,
Yep.
non-lethal damage.
Yep.
So make sure to write that you non-lethal, and you become.
Exhausted.
Yeah. 1 level of exhaustion.
Tai.
So good night's keep covers that.
But it's taking 26 points of damage and being unconscious from a Hydra, isn't it? Or worse.
We had a head each.
So you take a -2 penalty to strength and dexterity as you become fatigued.
-2 to strengthen.
Oh, I'm glad that wasn't me. I'm not sure I can take any more.
They have to carry you.
Yeah, at what stage can I not carry my pack?
Okay.
I have to put you in it and carry you.
Put me in Orland.
Okay, so after this first extra hour of walking, it is dark, you've got lanterns lit, you can see, it's not great illumination, but you can see. But after this first hour of walking, Elora, you're at the back and you are really struggling at this point. To the point where, you know, you've got a stitch, you're really heaving for breath, and you're so tired that you lose some of your strength and dexterity. Okay, are you still going to try and walk on another hour?
Do you want to make camp, Elora, or do you want to keep going?
Was this after 2 hours or an hour?
After
the
1 hour.
first hour.
I'm struggling, guys, a bit. I thought I'd make the 2 hours, but to be fair, I'm absolutely beat.
Well, we've got to be a couple of miles away, at least. So, if you want to break camp here, we'll have a look for a campsite around here. It's no problem. Don't kill yourself.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. If we could just pull up here for a bit, that'd be great.
I shall see if I can scout out a reasonable space to make camp.
Okay, so you're going to try and find a camp?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, make me survival check then.
Well,
Are you looking for a camp? Anyone who's looking for a camp can.
I'm too knackered.
Yeah.
17 from Ogvar.
Oh, it might not be worth rolling. Ogvar's on fire again. Oh, but now I've got 20.
Nice.
I got 10.
Okay, so between everyone, apart from Elora, you were able to find a decent patch of dry ground. The area where you're in at the moment is a bit more wooded than the rest of this swamp has been. You can tell the ground is actually sloping away now. It's almost dropping back down. But there's a lot more wood in this area. There's a lot more kind of trees. So you're able to find a decent little bit, like almost like a small clearing with some trees around the edge.
Shall we make a fire? Think it'd be wise?
Do we want smoke to show?
Well, it won't show in this fog, I doubt.
Might not show, but the smoke might actually
get it.
drift on the wind. We'll have to see where the wind goes. It might go towards the hydro, and he might come to investigate. So.
Well, I guess you probably won't be able to see the smoke, but you might be able to smell it from a distance, and you might be able to see a glow through the fog. I don't know.
How cold is it?
Probably horrible, isn't it?
It's damp and cold. It's not freezing, but it's not pleasant. You can make me a knowledge nature check, though.
Oh, can I? Nice.
Yes.
Be an 8.
You know, okay, no. As you're listening to them, you're kind of stood there thinking, do hydras even smell?
Never got that close to one to notice.
You're just questioning yourself.
Oh.
Do hydras have nostrils? As they're talking about the hydra smelling the smoke.
Okay.
You'd imagine it's got 5 more chances of smelling it than a one-headed hydra.
That's true.
I was just thinking of a bottle of Paco Rabanne, sorry. I'm going with what he said. Do they even smell?
Right, okay. So yeah, it's quite cool. It's damp. It's not pleasant, but it's not to the point where you would, be hypothermic.
Well, I've got a winter blanket.
Yeah, yes, I mean, I think we should just maybe not bother. Only have a fire for, if we do for a short while, just to make a coffee or something, either in the morning or that.
Should we bed down and see how we all feel at the end of the first watch? If anybody wakes up because they're feeling cold, then we can have another look
Yeah,
at
that's
it.
fine. Esther, do you want to share a tent? I've got one thick winter blanket.
Oh, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah,
if
cool.
you're willing to.
We'll bunk up. We're good. We've got
Bit of
cloaks
shared-
and blankets
shared body
and
warmth,
stuff.
yeah.
You're just saying that because you've got a hole in your tent.
Oh, very funny, Ogvar. Ha ha ha.
How are we going to do tonight's watches, guys?
I'll go first.
Do you want us to pull one?
Well, I think probably, Elora, you could do with a decent night's kit, couldn't you?
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just really flagging at the moment. I must be a little bit under the weather.
Esther, how are you feeling?
I can take a watch. Perfectly well.
I'll be honest, I could do with a decent night's kit, but I'm feeling very weary after carrying that.
Okay,
My
take the watch
rucksack
along.
feels like it's twice as heavy as it used to be.
Okay, no, you all go to.
Well, perhaps only 2 of us should take a watch tonight. I'm more than happy to do 4 hours.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm fine. I may be old, but I'm not weak.
No. Didn't think that for a moment, Esther. Well, if you'll excuse me, guys, I'm going to go and use the last of my energy to, pitch this tent and crawl into it and... Well, I assume that Rowan's just going to go off and do his thing, because he can go in and out as he pleases.
Yep.
Well, I'll do the other watch with you. Let these. How are you, Olga?
I'm okay. I could have a full night's rest, or I could do a watch. It's completely up to you, Esther.
No, I'm fine to take. I mean, you've all been taking the watch. I should probably contribute to something.
Okay, I shall endeavour to have a full night's rest then. Thank you.
Okay. So you're taking second watch, Cuin?
No, I'm taking first.
Oh, you're taking first.
Oh, mind you, no, I've been awake since 3.
Yeah, you probably want to get your head down, don't you?
Yeah, I'll need to have a kip thinking about it. Because I've been awake for...
A long time.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Esther it is then.
Okay. So Esther takes the first watch. She's going to... Someone pick me a 30% increment.
50 to 80.
50 to 80. Okay.
I'd just like to be bitten by something that makes me feel better.
The spider of hope.
Yeah.
You'll have to go to a brothel for that.
Well, that's it. Find a dog, go to a brothel.
No.
I even know I'm a man of the cloth.
Maybe you'll get a discount.
Frequent visitor points.
Like a Costa card.
Buy one, get 3 free.
Like a Greg's loyalty card.
Never got your rubber suit when you want it.
Okay, so...
He sold the whip, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so Esther's watch passes. She takes far longer than she said she would. And she wakes you up, Cuin, at about maybe 1 to 2 a.m.
Okay.
So she's taken a really long watch. She wakes you. Cuin.
Yes, Esther. My turn, yes.
Yes, please. Just quickly, when you pop out. And she waits for you to come out.
Yes, I'll just put me bits and pieces on. Right, okay, right. Do you need a blanket?
No, I'm fine, thank you, dear.
Okay. No problem, I'll see you in the morning.
Well, once you come out of your tent, she goes, if you look in over here, and she points to the surroundings, and you notice that in the surroundings you can see what appears to be lantern light.
Well, yes, there's something seems to be out there. Do you reckon we should wake everybody up, or...?
No, there's no need to do that, dear. I just wanted to tell you they were there. They're not actually lanterns, as I believe you may have assumed. They're will-o'-the-wisps.
Okay.
So just to forewarn you, do not follow them.
Oh, no.
And if you hear any voices, don't listen to them.
No, okay.
They appeared shortly after I started the watch, and yes, it's probably best to stay alert, but don't leave the camp.
No, okay. Yes, fine.
It's Kenneth Williams, isn't it? Will-o'-the-wisp.
Yeah. I'll make sure that. Yes, if there's. But if they, if they come into the camp, I wouldn't have thought so, would they? Would they come into the camp? I've never heard of them come into the camp before, but they usually drag people, entice people away.
Yes, I believe that's what they usually do, but you never know around here.
Well, I'll keep my shield and morning star handy, just in case. Have a good night's rest.
So she bids you, careful watch, and she disappears into the tent to get some rest. While you're on your watch, Cuin, make me a 50% increment.
35 to 84.
And roll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 14.
14, okay. As you're sat alone, you've got no fire in the camp.
No.
Camp's quite dark. There's no real actually form of illumination, so these little will-o'-the-wisps peppering all around, they're entirely surrounding the camp. They're kind of the only points of illumination you can see. And it's a couple of hours into your shift when you start to hear some voices. And it starts off with kind of like a whispering, buzzing sound. Something you can't tell what they're saying. But they're there. You can hear it and you can make out different, almost like a multitude of different voices. And one of these lights almost appears to float closer into the camp, to the point where it's on the edge of kind of like the circle of tents. And as it comes closer, you begin to hear this whispering even more. And you hear a voice. Follow me and I'll lead you to glory.
Sorry, old chap, but I'm staying here.
It's attempting to bluff you.
Ooh.
So make me a sense motive check, please.
9 plus 5 is 14.
Yeah, okay, no. You believe it.
Okay.
You believe this little voice. And as you look at it, it winks out of existence.
Yeah.
And it reappears further out into the fog.
You know what you don't want to do, but
Yeah. Well, I suppose glory would be nice, but I'm on watch. I can't abandon my fellow travellers.
And this little blue light, it reappears back in the camp. Come on, follow me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm on watch. Why don't you stay here with me?
I can't stay here,
Why not?
because I have to go.
No. Oh, okay. Toodle pip.
Why won't you follow me?
I'm on watch. I've got to protect my friends.
But why do you need to protect them?
Because every time we've made camp, we've been attacked. So I'm not going to allow them to be attacked if I can. So I'm sorry. You do seem like a good sort, but there's no way that I'd ever leave my friends.
Make me a diplomacy check.
ooh.
Hate.
Oh.
Okay. You're mean.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean. But you do need to look after one's friends, don't you? I've only just met you. These are, my travelling companions. They put a great deal of faith in me to look after them. So I'm afraid, not much I can do. Maybe if you wake one of those up, they'll go off while I'm looking after you after the camp.
We're being sold out here.
Make me another diplomacy check.
Do any of us hear this?
Oh, 5.
It's getting worse.
I don't believe you. Why won't you play with me? And with that, it floats over towards you. And you feel it kind of ripple almost against your arm.
Well, hey! What? Steady
With
on.
A 19 plus 16 to hit.
19 plus 16 to hit. Yeah, that'll hit.
Sad.
35.
I think we can say with some confidence it's going to hit everybody most of the time. Yeah?
Dealing 14 points of electric damage as it shocks you.
Does he yelp? Do we wake up?
I don't know, what's his reaction going to be?
Whoa! I thought you were, you said you were friendly. You're not very friendly. Camp!
Nope.
Camp!
Oh, what?
It doesn't sound very camp.
Williams again.
Oh my.
Okay, and with your shouting, it disappears.
Did we wake up at this?
I'd assume so, yeah, since we're shouting.
Right, so we're clambering out and sticking a head up. What's going on?
There's some lights and it give me a massive jolt. Be very careful. This is
Are you alright?
well, it took quite a bit of damage from that.
Is Esther in next to me?
Yes, Esther's next to you. She's popped out. You didn't speak to it, did you?
Well, yes.
Speak to what?
Try not to be, impolite.
Where did it go?
It just disappeared. It, tried to lead me off, I refused to go.
Where did what
Because
go?
obviously I'm on watch. And then the next thing I know, it gave me a massive shock.
I don't
And
know.
then winked out.
What, Esther, what's he talking about?
There are will-o'-the-wisps around here, dear.
Would we notice all the lights around the camp?
Oh yeah, you'd notice them. They're very obvious. There's no light source apart from them.
That's what the lights are then, Esther? Would
Yes,
a
yes.
fire put them off coming in camp? Because if they're making that much light, I don't think a fire's going to make much difference at this stage, is it, guys?
Yes,
Would
most
Esther
agree.
know?
Most agree.
Would Esther know? She might not know. She knows.
Well done, Esther!
Hey! Fountain of knowledge.
And I wouldn't bother with, well, maybe lighting a fire, it might put them off, but I certainly wouldn't try to attempt to set them on fire.
Would it be better off if we have 2 people on watch for the next bit of the watch?
Not really. I believe it's mostly just a hope they stay away kind of thing. And don't get lured in. And don't talk to them.
Okay, right, okay. Well, I was only trying to be polite. Didn't know what they were. Never encountered them before, so... Okay.
Just don't respond to them, Cuin. Just, I've not really come across them before, but just if I speak to you, don't speak back.
How far from dawn are we?
Is she travelling with us?
Yeah. Another vicar.
It is about 4 a.m. now.
So what, we've had about 7 hours, Kit?
Well, you started resting at about 6 o'clock, so... Yeah, you've definitely had your 8 hours.
And I'm about 2 hours from sunrise.
Yeah.
And what of the rest that I had? Give me half my what's its back lost points, because I had 6 till I had 7 hours, didn't I? Following sleepy.
7 hours isn't a full long rest.
Cuin, I'm feeling pretty rested. Do you want to get your head down for a couple of hours? Because dawn's nearly here, so I'm going to have to pray in a minute anyway.
Okay, well, fine, but just remember what Esther said.
Yeah, I got the message, don't talk to the light.
Don't talk
We
to
healed
them.
at full level.
Yes. And because you've had an 8 hours rest, are you all staying awake apart from Cuin then? Or are you going...
I'll stay awake. Ogvar will stay awake, yes.
I'll go back to bed because I'm still... What happens with my strength and my dex if I go back to bed?
As long as you've had 8 hours, it goes back to normal.
So
In that case, I'll stay up. If I'm up, I might as well stay up.
So I've woken with another strength point back as well.
Yep, okay.
So, everyone's now awake. Cuin, you're going back to bed to get that extra couple of hours in to just kind of fully rest up. You're 2 hours off dawn. You've regained another strength point. You've lost your negatives from fatigued.
I'm over half again.
Yep.
And there we go. What are you doing for the 2 hours before dawn? Apart from Cuin, who's obviously resting.
Coffee.
You can, and everyone can obviously heal up according to the rules.
How do we
I
feel?
get half, don't it?
If you're below half, you heal up a third. If you're above half, you heal up half. So, where do we leave?
I'm going to do that then. So
Okay.
let's try it the first time. So I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on myself, which restores ability points,
Okay,
as we've
so
just discussed, to
roll a
1d4.
d4.
1d4. That's a 2,
2 points back.
which takes me to 10, and then I'll do it again,
Okay.
which I know uses up those 2 slots, which only leaves me with 1, but it's worth it.
Was this a new spell he's taken or something that is?
Another 2.
2. It's one he selected.
Right, so
So
he has
he
got
selected
something to...
he selected Lesser Restoration. Lesser Restoration, the effects it cures fatigue, and
And-
it also restores 1d4 points of temporary ability damage.
So I've just been restoring
Oh,
my...
okay.
I've
So
just been
he's
restoring
restoring
my
his-
strength.
Oh,
Strength
okay,
damage,
cool.
basically.
Cool.
Okay.
Which means I won't be whining about my rucksack now. Because I'm nearly back to... I'm only 2 points off being back to normal now.
Okay.
Okay. So, you've prayed. It's dawn's broken now. So you've cast Lesser Restoration on yourself twice. Restored some of your ability damage. Okay, what are you doing? At this point, you've noticed that as dawn's come closer, these lantern lights, these will-o'-the-wisps, have gradually disappeared and become, well, they've lessened off in numbers and to the point where they've basically just disappeared.
Can we tell the wind direction?
Yes. It is coming from the northeast.
Oh, so we're heading into it.
So if we have a fire, it will blow the smoke directly at the Hydra.
Hmm.
It's almost as if you picked that deliberately.
I just picked it because it was the nearest
Happy
coast I could think
coincidence,
of.
eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would recommend not having a fire. 'Cause
Right,
it
so
will
what
blow.
time are we now?
It's 6 o'clock, it's broken dawn.
Are we all up?
Yes,
bar
you are.
Cuin.
Well, apart from Cuin.
All right.
Do we want to risk a fire? With the danger of the smoke blowing to the Hydra? Or
Well, it depends on whether the Hydra's still...
are we going to have cold tack for breakfast?
Well, I think if we're going to light a quick fire and do a quick breakfast, as long as we're in and out of here fairly quickly, then even if that draws somebody's attention, by the time they get here, we'll be long gone.
It'll take the Hydra an hour to walk here. It took us an hour.
Yeah.
It's got more legs than us.
Yeah.
More likely to fall over.
Oh, somebody wake Cuin up and we'll get. I'll tell you what, get the fire going, get breakfast
Okay.
cooked, get Cuin out, and he can have some scran and we can go then, can't we?
Right.
Okay.
If you get the coffee on then, Ogvar, I'll go away.
Yeah. I'll-
Okay, so unless there's anything else you want to do in the morning, anything special apart from the usual get up, get yourself ready, breakfast, coffee and go, we'll just move on with it.
Yep.
So anything
Yeah, fine.
special anybody wants to do?
No, not for me.
No? Okay. So you've had your breakfast, obviously, are you going to redo the water?
Yes, because I can
Yeah.
do that now.
Okay,
yeah,
so
hang on,
you've-
I'll cross it off.
Everyone's got fresh water, you've had coffee, you've had breakfast, you've tidied up camp, settled the fire, and you're on your way.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, order for the day. What is the marching order?
Well, I'm in front with my stick and my compass.
Cuin, who's next?
I'll take up front with Cuin.
Who's after Ogvar?
Ladies, you happy at the back again?
Yeah, we're good back here,
Me
thanks.
next then.
Cadeaux. And do you want to go at the very back, Elora, or do you want to go?
Well, I'll kind of go just right
Between.
next. Yeah, we'll just go both of us at the back, kind of thing.
Okay, so Cuin, make me a survival check. Someone make me a spot check.
I'll do the spot,
19 survival.
and that'll be a 19 for spot.
Okay, and somebody make me a dexterity check.
No, you want to do it?
Yeah,
Hello.
why not?
Don't fail now.
17.
Perfect. Right, yeah. You are making really good pace today. You've been walking, obviously you've walked 2 days so far. You did go off course slightly the past 2 days, so that's accounted for. You've probably got another day's worth of walking left.
Okay.
So you start off your morning in this little thicket of trees, and you start walking. So, first 3 hours. Somebody pick me a 25% range.
75 to 100.
75 to 100. 43.
Well, you didn't get that right, did you? Try again.
Ogvar spotted some boot prints of an apparently human nature, but it was the stomach-lurching sight of a hydra that caused serious consternation as our companions successfully managed to slip around the mammoth monster unseen. Eventually, the light daytime mists were replaced by a heavy blanket of nighttime fog, and it was with extreme trepidation that the tents were pitched once more. All was calm in camp until Cuin was disturbed by some strange visitors that whispered sweet sentiments seductively in his ear. Our Paladin proved steadfast, and the advances of the wisps were boldly rebuffed.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Having you as a listener means everything to us. So, whichever streaming service you choose to listen to us with, please give us a like, subscribe and follow. We would love for you to join us on our Facebook or Twitter page, where you can catch up with all of our latest news. While you're waiting for the next episode of Secrets of the Silver City, why not pop over to our website, where you can read all of the information about this campaign, from backstories to setting. All of the links are in the bio of this episode. Join us again next week for the next instalment. Thank you for listening.